In continuing our legal series, today we're going to talk a little bit about the Supreme Court of the United States, sometimes referred to as SCOTUS. The Supreme Court of the United States is the highest court in the judiciary, the federal judiciary of the United States. It has ultimate appellate jurisdiction over all U.S. federal court cases, and what that means is any appeals end up there. It has ultimate appellate jurisdiction. Appellate is a big word for appeals, as well as all over the state court cases that involve a point of federal law. It also has original jurisdiction over a narrow range of cases, specifically all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and councils, and those in which a state shall be a party. The court holds the power of judicial review, the ability to invalidate a statute for violating a provision of the Constitution. It is also able to strike down presidential directives. And another word for presidential directive would be a executive order, executive action. And here lately, the presidents, Republican and Democrat, the duopoly monopoly, have been taking advantage of this presidential directive. And it can either be a written or oral instruction. As the president is the commander in chief and he is the head of the Senate and House, so to speak. So for violating either the Constitution or statutory law. However, it may act only within the context of a case in an area of law over which it has jurisdiction. The court may decide cases having political overtones, but has ruled that it does not have power to decide non-judiciable political questions. Established by Article 3 of the United States Constitution, the composition and procedures of the Supreme Court were initially established by the first Congress through the Judiciary Act of 1789, as later set by the Judiciary Act of 1869. The court consists of the Chief Justice of the United States and 8 associate justices. Each justice has lifetime tenure, meaning they remain on the court until they die, retire, resign, or are removed from office. And that would be done by impeachment. When a vacancy occurs, the President of the United States, with the advice and consent of the Senate, appoints a new justice. Each justice has a single vote in deciding the cases argued before the Supreme Court. When in majority, the Chief Justice decides who writes the opinion of the court. Otherwise, the most senior justice is the majority. Otherwise, the most senior justice in the majority assigns the task of writing the opinion. The court meets in the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. Its law enforcement arm is the Supreme Court Police. And we're going to call it right there for now. And we're going to come back to this as it's part of our series of law, order, justice, voting, your rights, and the Constitution. And we hope you're enjoying the series. They're all short little videos trying to educate most of the people to things they may not know about, the ins and outs of the system and how we, the people, have the ultimate control. And it is our power to yield as we wish. And I'm doing a refresher going over all of these things. And then we're going to bring it all together and have a directive that we can all follow so that we can have the United States that we all want without the treachery and the deceitfulness of the duopoly monopoly playing their games against we the people. All right, so we're going to call it there for today for the Supreme Court of the United States. That was the Wikipedia intro version. As with all of these, we start with Wikipedia as a general foundational base that everyone can have a reference point to, and then we will expand the discussion from there on. So we hope you stay with us on this journey as we explore law and order in the United States and your rights and your right to vote and your right to direct the outcome of manifest destiny of this country. Thank you.